What that they don't remember can do. Kai me lelo ji want to matone. Oh, la mi nanjola seji de dana. Tadu la mi tuju sin lautonje. Ronga jela mente. Tendrevo diabo togres.
So in this way, in all the time and all aspect that one engage into this practice, not getting distracted, one's just eyes and kind of mouth in certain ways, and that one with the single devotion, if one engage into this prayer, then ultimately one could receive all this blessing, and according to that one could have the great result. So in a way that within every individual sentient being in one's nature, that the completely enlightened the mind of the Buddha is within oneself as one's nature. But still, it's just because of the grasping of self, and then the dualistic mind, and so forth, all sorts of conceptual thoughts that which obscured, and one could not experience or realize that nature. So in that way, just with the single-pointed devotion, that when one carry through this practice towards the object of refuge and then the Guru without any kind of doubt and hesitation, that way, as one receives the blessing, then there is the possibility of purifying the dualistic mind and then the conceptual thought, and through that one can experience one's own true nature. So, of course, in the past, there are all these great masters that they, dedicated their whole life, engaged into this, practice, and according to that, they have this result. So, but somehow, of course, we may not have such kind of opportunity, but at least, every year, out of 1 year, we have this 1 month retreat where one can engage into Dharma practice. It is also, just being very fortunate. So during that period of time, then one tried to stabilize one's mind, engaging into practice, not rather than not getting distracted with all the emotional thoughts and afflictive emotions. So if we just watch our mind, then we could know that our mind, not even for a moment, never stayed there, that which give rise to all sorts of afflictive emotion, constantly. So if we just let it happen in that way, then of course, it is very difficult to have the ultimate, happiness.
Because on to then on the timbershine, riba mashua, Makasa, net budget.
So in that way, it is important try to just get rid of all these conceptual thoughts. Of course, it is very difficult, but still, one do this supplication prayer to the triple gem, and then try to maintain in one's just awareness, and that way one try to work hard to engage into this practice.
What the nation don't get not to move to the anima. God, then it should do a kid at the young years.
So in this way, in case one could just pacify all these kind of the thoughts and possible to have kind of rested with some single pointed mind, then that is the ground of actual kind of practice of the path.
Now do mumbo the cho no le dig kage pen to mar simanga so the
So if all sorts of these conceptual thoughts just constantly giving rise to it, and we could not get rid of it, then it will not benefit at all, and then at the end, next lifetime, one may just wander in the three lower realms.
Not only gay show to division near the not only trot on the Morcia the deep show gather the gaze of the pain you retained, not to matter as in utilities.
So anyhow, in generally, there is two kinds of thoughts, that basically that Burgess thought and non-Burgess thought. But then most of the time, that whatever thought arises is non-Burgess thought. So that is why one try to work hard, not giving rise to all sorts of conceptual thought.
No, the rest then when you cast to also to capital.
So in this way, during this practice time, that just whatever individual practices you have, try to do it properly.